A student's overview of the ageless wisdom was carefully compiled from the following books by Alice A. Bailey. A Treatise on Cosmic Fire. Esoteric Psychology, Volumes 1 and 2. Esoteric Healing. Esoteric Astrology. The Rays and the Initiations. Students are encouraged to download the free PDF version of this overview by following the link in the video's description, or to order a printed copy at cost from thebookpatch.com, but are advised to read the original, unabridged books in order to gain deeper insight into the ageless wisdom. Students are also invited to join our online study group at facebook.com/groups/students of the ageless wisdom. Chapter 7: A Treatise on Cosmic Fire. Why is the progress of evolution cyclic? 1. Certain ideas are involved in the thought of cyclic progression, the ideas of repetition in time, in fact and in space. A. Repetition in time. Cyclic activity necessitates time periods, greater or lesser cycles, but of uniform degree. B. Repetition in fact involves the idea of a key measure, or sound of any particular group of atoms comprising a form. C. Repetition in space. This concept concerns the greater concept of karma, which is really the law that governs the matter of the solar system. 2. Repetition of cyclic action is governed by two laws, the law of attraction and repulsion and subsidiary influences, the laws of periodicity and of rebirth. When the note sounded by spirit is stronger than that of matter and form, we observe spirit repelling form. It might be expressed as a period of domination of the form note is involution. B. Period of the repulsion of form by spirit is the battlefield of the three worlds. C. Period of the attraction of spirit, and the consequent withdrawal of form is the path. D. Period of domination of the note of spirit is that of the higher planes of evolution. 3. Two types of cycles: rotation upon the axis or around an orbit. A. Rotation on the axis can be witnessed in a heavenly man as the rotation of a globe within a chain, or the period of one incarnation. B. Rotation around an orbit can be viewed as the wheel of life, or the passage of a man through the three lower planes down into incarnation and back again. Time may be considered as that process of activity, or that progression in development, wherein the indwelling consciousness is seeking its opposite, and coming under the law of attraction, which leads to atomic, human, planetary, spiritual, solar and cosmic marriage. Space, for the atom, will be the radius of the form in which is found the greater center of consciousness, of which is a part, and it will be both attracted and repelled, attracted and built into the form of the greater life, yet repulsed and thereby prevented from moving from a certain point within that form. When more of the human family have their center of consciousness in the ego, and hence are busy with the work of repulsing matter and the withdrawal of spirit from form, then only will the transmutative process be comprehended, then only will time, as known in the three worlds, be transcended, and then only will space, as manifested to man in the three planes, be found to be a barrier. What is the relation between the sacred planets, planetary schemes, chains and globes? 3 of the sacred planets represent the major 3 rays. Other planets embody the 4 lesser sub-rays. The 7 heavenly men, considered in relation to the solar logos, are the 7 centers as in the physical body of a human. 3 of these 10 planetary schemes, therefore, concern the lower centers of the cosmic being, and have their analogies to the dense, liquid and gaseous planes, and are the object of the attention of cosmic Kundalini at present. One of these centers corresponds to the solar plexus and is the synthesizer of the lower 3, thus making a quaternary. The center which is analogous to that at the base of the spine has a permanence the other 2 lack. The 3 higher centers, or the heavenly men who correspond to the head, heart and throat of the solar logos, have their etheric analogies on the 3 higher etheric levels of the cosmic physical plane, just as the heavenly man who embodies the logoic solar plexus finds his manifesting source on the 4th etheric subplane. When the heavenly man who is at present demonstrating through the earth scheme, has succeeded in vitalizing his middle center, or in directing the force of planetary Kundalini away from the lower centers to the solar plexus center, a new cycle will be reached and much of the present distress will be ended. In connection with the solar logos, the cycles might be called A. 100 years of Brahma, B. 1 year of Brahma, C. 1 day of Brahma. The correspondences in connection with a heavenly man are A. Planetary scheme, B. Chain, C. Round. Within these 3 divisions are numerous lesser cycles, or incarnations, but they all fall within one or other of the 3 divisions. Some lesser cycles are A. Period of manifestation on a globe, B. Period of a root race, C. Period of a subrace, D. Period of a branch race. Within man, the analogy holds A. Monadic cycle, B. Egoic cycle, C. Personality cycle. The cycles in a man's personality manifestation demonstrate in groups of 4s and 7s, and follow the usual evolutionary sequence as A. Differentiation, the involutionary process, or the one becoming the many, B. Balance, or the process of karmic adjustment, C. Synthesis, or spiritualization, the many again becoming the one, D. Obscuration, or liberation, the end of the evolutionary process, or the freeing of spirit from matter. As man progresses, he succeeds in bringing about some notable developments. A. His consciousness expands, B. He begins to work intelligently from above and does not work blindly upon the lower planes. B. The building of the causal body is carried to full completion and he begins to shatter what he earlier wrought, finding it to be a limitation. C. He ceases to make karma in the 3 worlds, but begins to work it off, to literally wind up his affairs. So it is for the heavenly men, for they likewise have a cosmic path to tread that is analogous to that trodden by man as he nears the goal of his endeavor. We can carry the concept further with exactitude and predicate action of a similar nature by the solar logos. End of page 34. Man aims to become a divine Manasaputra, a perfected son of mind, showing forth all the powers inherent in mind and thus becoming like unto his monadic source, a heavenly man. A heavenly man has developed manas and is occupied with the problem of becoming a son of wisdom in full manifestation. A solar logos is both a divine Manasaputra and a dragon of wisdom, and his problem concerns itself with the principle of cosmic will, making him a lion of cosmic will. The long life of Brahma. One day out of this long life of Brahma is called a kalpa, and a kalpa is that portion of time which intervenes between one conjunction of all the planets on the horizon of Lanka, at the first point of Aries, and a subsequent similar conjunction. A kalpa embraces the reign of 14 manus, and their sandhis, intervals, each manu lying between 2 sandhis. Every manu's rule contains 71 Mahayugas. Each Mahayuga consists of 4 yugas, viz. Krita, Treta, Dwapara, and Kali, and the length of each of these 4 yugas is respectively as the numbers 4, 3, 2 and 1. The number of sidereal years embraced in the foregoing different periods are: mortal years. 360 days of mortals make a year 1. Krita Yuga contains 1,728,000. Treta Yuga contains 1,296,000. Dwapara Yuga contains 864,000. Kali Yuga contains 432,000. The total of the said 4 yugas constitute a Mahayuga 4,320,000. 71 of such Mahayugas form the period of the reign of one Manu 306,720,000. The reign of 14 Manus embraces the duration of 994 Mahayugas, which is equal to 4,294,080,000. Add sandhis, i.e. intervals between the reign of each Manu, which amount to 6 Mahayugas, equal to 25,920,000. The total of these reigns and interregnums of 14 Manus is 1,000 Mahayugas, which constitute a kalpa, i.e. one day of Brahma, equal to 4,320,000,000. As Brahma's night is of equal duration, one day and night of Brahma will contain 8,640,000,000. 360 of such days and nights make 1 year of Brahma, equal to 3,110,400,000,000. 100 of such years constitute the whole period of Brahma's age, a Mahakalpa. 311,040,000,000,000. These figures are not fanciful, but are founded upon astronomical facts. End of page 35. The nature of manas, or mind. 3 manifestations of mind. This section marks a very important division of the subject of fire. The fires of matter have been discussed and the study is now to be focused upon the factor of consciousness, the fire of mind, considered cosmically, systemically and with regard to man. Each of the 3 divisions may be dealt with as a quaternary. 1. The origin of cosmic, systemic and microcosmic mind. 2. The place of mind in evolution in all 3 cases. 3. The present stage of development of mind in each of the 3 groups. 4. The future of mind, or of manasic unfoldment. Definitions of manas, or mind. 1. Manas is the 5th principle, which embodies the basic vibration of the 5th plane, either cosmically or systemically considered. Manas has been defined as that faculty of logical deduction and reasoning, of rational activity, yet it is much more, for it underlies all manifestation, from the discriminative faculty of the lowest atom and upwards. 2. Manas is electricity shown in its higher workings, and not considered so much as force in matter. Electricity in the solar system shows itself in 7 major forms, expressed as a. Electricity on the first plane, the logoic or divine, and demonstrates as the will to be. b. Electricity on the monadic plane demonstrates as the first manifestation of form, as that which causes forms to cohere. Fire by friction causes the spheroidal forms of all manifestation, the innate heat of all spheres, and differentiation of all atoms from one another. Solar fire, electricity animating forms or congeries of atoms and resulting in coherent groups, the radiation, magnetic interaction, from all groups, the synthesis of form. Electric fire, electricity demonstrating as vitality, or the will to be of some entity, and manifests as abstract being, darkness and unity. Electricity as vibratory impulse causes the aggregations of matter and the awakening of activity with the ring pass not. This is the first syllable of the sacred word. Electricity as light causes spheroidal objectivity. This is the birth of the sun and covers the enunciation of the second syllable of the sacred word. Electricity as sound completes the word. On the fourth plane, this electrical force shows itself as color. All physical phenomena has an electrical origin, and an initial vibration on the first subplane of the physical plane. Physical plane light has a close connection with, and uses as a medium, the second ether. Sound functions through the third ether. Color is allied to the fourth ether in a peculiar sense. The work of evolution is based on 2 methods and demonstrates as a. Involution, wherein the negative, feminine forward/receptive, electrons of matter preponderate. b. Evolution, due to the action of manas, the negative atoms are stimulated and either dissipate or merge into their opposite pole, which results in synthesis and homogeneity. The majority of men function consciously on the 5th subplane of the 3 planes in the 3 worlds. It must ever be borne in mind that each plane and subplane which is numerically allied, is embodying the same type of force and is consequently of the same polarity. The astral and Buddhic planes are related, the astral being negative in relation to the Buddhic. When the polarity and interplay of the planes and subplanes is comprehended, then man will be free, but not before. A master has solved the problem of electrical phenomena in the 3 worlds and has thus earned his freedom. When the relationship of the negative form to the positive spirit is grasped, and the joint connection with the cosmic entities who indwell the whole system is apprehended, group liberation will result. End of page 36. The 4 cosmic planes that constitute the cosmic ethos, planes 1 to 4 of the cosmic physical plane, form the etheric body of a heavenly man in exactly the same sense as the 4 physical ethos. Subplanes 1 to 4 of our physical plane, form the body of a human being. The 4th ether. 1. Is the ether used by the violet ray as a medium. 2. Is that whereof the majority of the etheric bodies of men are made. 3. Is largely the principal sphere of the violet devas of the shadows which are closely concerned with the physical evolution of man. 4. Is the etheric sphere within which the human and the deva evolutions will touch. 5. Is the builder of the dense physical body. 6. Is the sphere of physical individualization. 7. In this 4th round, on this 4th chain, must be completely mastered and controlled by the human hierarchy. Every human unit must attain this mastery before the end of this round. 8. Is the sphere wherein initiations of the threshold are undergone, and the five-fold initiations of the physical plane are entered upon. In both the cosmic and solar physical planes, the plane of Buddhi is ever the plane of at-one-ment, not into a fundamental unity, but into group unity. Further, the human and deva evolutions find their group unity upon the fourth ether as well. The planes and subplanes can all be studied and divided in two ways. A. The higher three and the lower quaternary. B. The higher three, the fourth as the meeting place, and the lower three as the planes of endeavor. 3. Manas is that which produces cohesion. The manasic principle is, above all else, that cohesive quality which enable an entity to work. A. Through form. B. By means of progressive development through cycles. C. On certain planes, they are the battleground of life. D. By the method of manifestation, which is a gradual growth from a dim and distant dawn through an ever-increasing splendor of light, to a blaze of effulgent glory, then through a steadily dimming twilight to final obscuration. 4. Manas is the key to the fifth kingdom in nature. Man passes into the fifth kingdom through the transmutation of the discriminative faculty of mind. 5. Manas is the synthesis of the five rays. Manas is the united faculty of four of the heavenly men, synthesized through a fifth, on the third plane of the system. They were the logoic embodiment in an earlier system and achieved the fullness of manasic life. 6. Manas is the intelligent will or purpose of an existence, allowing him to a. Intelligently use a form or vehicle. B. Build faculty into the causal body. C. Reap the benefit of experience. D. Expand the consciousness. E. Make progress toward a specific goal. F. Discriminate between the two poles. G. Choose the direction of his activity. H. Perfect the form as well as use it. I. Obtain control of active substance. J. Coordinate different grades of matter to express the will of the indweller. In the hall of ignorance, man begins to acquire. In the hall of learning, man begins to discriminate. In the hall of wisdom, man blends the two poles producing light. End of page 37. End of chapter 7.